Hey guys, and welcome back to Pro Speed Baseball. Now today might be one of the most important videos you'll ever watch as an athlete or a baseball player of any kind, because today I'm going to show you how to get noticeably better at the end of every single practice session by following a very simple three-step process. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, what we're talking today about, guys, is technique versus feeling. Now, I know a lot of guys have heard the feel versus real spiel by a lot of coaches, where you might feel like you're doing one thing, like you might feel like you're in this position, but you're really in this position, and then when you check yourself on camera, you can see, well, I wasn't anything close to where I wanted to be. Well, then there's a lot of coaches that want to teach, okay, well, I'm not going to get into the technique thing. I'm just going to let the kid get in the cage and take swings and just kind of figure it out, so to speak. And then there's other coaches that are all about getting in the perfect technique. Well, what I believe and what has been proven in many case studies and such is that you need to learn the technique first and then develop your own feeling to get into the proper technique. You slow all the big league players, you know, you slow them down, they all have different stances, all this crazy stuff, but when they all land, they're all in a very similar position and they're all doing very similar technique moves, and they're all doing pretty much the same swing through the baseball. So how we begin to learn this, the first part of the three-step process is to first learn the proper technique. So what I'm going to use today is bat lag as an example, and just to explain the point, in proper bat lag, from a down the line view, the tip of the bat's going to be behind the hands before the bat head's delivered into the ball. So now that I know the technique right here, the technique or the mechanics behind it is that this bat head needs to be behind my hands. So now as a player, I say, okay, that's the position I need to get in to maximize my bat speed. That's the technique. So what do I do next? The next part of the three-step process is to make it look good on camera or in a mirror. You know, we all have, you know, smartphones, coaches have them, or anything. We have cameras and we can very easily see ourselves or get someone to film us these days. So what I would do is I'd get on camera and I'd get in here and I'd check myself. I'd make a swing or I'd take a half swing and then I'd get into this position and make sure that the tip of the bat is behind my hands. Now if I get into this position on the swing and I'm swinging on camera and I see this bat head get out ahead of my hands and I'm coming around it, I know that I need to do something a little different. So what I do is I start to get into this position and I check it on camera and I'm good. And now I kind of feel where I am. And that brings us into step 3 of how to get into the proper feeling. So we want to make it look good on camera. Then we want to, first we want to learn the technique. Then we want to make it look good on camera. And then once we make it look good on camera, we get our own feel. Now, in the bat lag position, you know, there's a lot of different coaches that teach knob to the ball or let the barrel drag behind the hands. Those are different feelings that you can use to create proper bat lag. But if you're not in the right position or the right technique, it's not going to do you any good because you're just kind of up there saying, okay, knob to the ball, but I took the knob to the ball there and you can see right there I didn't have any bat lag at all. So what you need to do is once you get in that right position, say, okay, what does this feel like to me? And for me, this actually feels like my hands are a little out in front of the bat head and the bat head's being kind of dragged behind my hands. That's my particular feeling, and that's what I used to get into the proper bat lag position to release it into the ball. Now, you could be completely different. You might be a knob to the ball kind of guy or a let the hands go past the ball kind of guy where you want to feel like your hands are going past the ball or that the bat head's dragging behind the hands or something of that nature. All those are great feelings, but what you have to do is first learn what the proper technique is, make it look good on camera, and then get your own feeling to get it, because everybody's going to be different. I'm going to be different than you guys, and you're going to be different than me. Some of the stuff might be the same, but that's the formula you need to use to get into the best positions, and you can do this every single day with every new technique. You're starting from the stance, you make sure your stance is good, your hands are good, all this is good. You can do this with any technique, and it's really going to make you better after every single practice session. Now guys, remember, step 1 of this process, learning what the proper technique is first, is the most crucial part of the process whatsoever. So if you want to see some great drills and stuff, click on the Power Hitting Series link right here, and it's absolutely free. You can check out that whole series. It's got a lot of great positions that you can get into to start to learning the proper techniques and the mechanics of the swing, or you can check out the pitching series right here that does the same thing. So if you start to learn that technique first and then start developing your own feel, you're going to be able to maximize your practice time, and you're going to be able to get better every single time you play. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. That really helps grow the channel. It's getting better every single day, and that's thanks to you guys. And good luck with your games, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. We're going to take our hands and we want to bring them back in front of our body. If we were having a line right down our feet and our feet are dead square, we can imagine a wall coming right up out of that line in front of our face. And what we want to do is keep our hands in front of that wall at all times. They should never get behind this wall at all. Some of your better hitters will stay in front or get right on this wall, but they never go behind the ball. So if you watch them from down the line, you'll see that their hands stay in front of their body the whole time, and now they're able to go from point A to point B and get as solid a contact as possible to hit home runs. So what we're going to do to work on this